What's going on, the friends? My name is M238, and welcome back to another episode of Murder by Numbers for the Nintendo Switch. I'm really disappointed about this right now, and that is because I did record this whole session, and then for some reason the video disappeared from my hard drive. I don't know why. I did not delete anything. I did not move anything. It just somehow disappeared from my hard drive, which is very unfortunate because this is supposed to be a blind Let's Play, and now, well, I mean, I did not do any refreshers at all, but anyway, last time we left off, we found out that Malcruz died by Clyde, who happened to be Hyde. Then we went to Elite Security, and then found out that the SSI Lab, which is where Scout was created, has actually reopened, and, well, possibly reopened, and, well, now we're going to go there. But first, there is something that we need to look for Jenna, toolbox, I suppose. That's what Jenna wants, so we're going to go ahead and look for that, which is right over here. So, yeah, it was fortunate that I still have my save file for this episode. That way I don't have to replay this act in order to get up to this point. I mean, I was going to anyway because I was going to replay through this anyway, just because I want to get all the S ranks here in this part, or in this game. Because I want to go and show off Scout's memories, and when I actually took a look at it, there's actually some extra stuff for us to do that are unlocked as we get higher grades. So I think it'll be worth showing off. But yeah, it's pretty fortunate that I still have my save file for this part. So this is what I'm playing off of right now. No real, what is it? Like, nothing has pretty much changed from the last episode, pretty much. So, that's pretty fortunate, but also unfortunate because I've already seen what's going to happen. But I'll try to keep my reaction genuine, pretty much. Alright. Anyway, we gotta go ahead and do this puzzle right here. I believe this is a 3 over here, and we got a 5, and then you have 7. Alright, very nice. And then there we go. If anything, I don't actually remember, like, most of these puzzles, since the recording, the original recording. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so this is done, and this column is done. Okay, there we go. Alright, we got a 5 here, and here's a 2. So that's done. And this is a 6 over here, here's a 3. This one is gone. Okay, so this is done right here. And this has to be crossed out. Here's the 2. Alright, cool. Alright, so this has to be a 6. So that is done. Okay, so here we have 4. Okay. Fill those in, and this is a 6. Alright, so that's done right there. So is that. So here's a 1. And that's also a 1 right there. Here's a 2. Okay? And then this is done right here. Alright, cool. Fill those into that stuff right there. Okay. And this is done right here, like this. And we need one more over here, okay. And then over here. Alright, we're done. Alright, awesome. So that took a little bit longer, but there we go. So we found her toolbox finally. Okay. These must be Jenna's tools. They had fallen behind a stack of unopened boxes. I keep meaning to unpack those, but at this point they're basically part of the furniture. Are you sure? I mean, oh man, how long has... Oh man. Alright, anyway, let's go to the lab. Wow. It's like not even... It's messier than I remember. Thanks for showing us how to get here. Never would have found it otherwise. When you're doing the kind of research SSI end up doing, it's best if you aren't easy to find. I see. You think Jack is really using these labs again? If he is, he needs to hire a cleaner. How are you holding up, Scout? I remember this place. I bet you do. I booted you up for the first time right over here, right over there. This was my desk, and that was Tom's. Let's get to work. When was the last time you were here? Maybe I should leave you guys alone for a minute. When was the last time you were here? When Tom died. They shut everything down the same day, wiped all the files, and kicked everyone out. I didn't even have time to clear my desk. Didn't have time to say goodbye. But it's too late for that. We've got work to do. I just need the data shunt. It should be around here somewhere. I don't know what it looks like. Leave it to me, I can find it. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to Jenna first. I can't do anything without tools anyway. Must be strange coming back here. You ever go back to your hometown after being away for years? You walk along the old roads and it's like you've transported back in time, like you never left? Home always brought back a lot of bad memories for me. Oh, really? Is it because we don't really get along with our... is it because we don't get along with our mom very well? About Scout's free will. You don't give up, do you? That's what I've heard. This might be hard to hear, but I know Scout a lot better than you. I spent years developing him. Probably the best work I've ever done. Isn't that reason enough? Scout obviously means a lot to you. You made him who he is. I didn't make him a killer. But you did give him free will. That's a bigger, better part of him than anything Jack Larson ever created. There was this test we did early on. Scout had only been online for a few weeks. We put colored blocks out on a bench and told him to pick one. He looked at them for a while. We didn't say anything. Then he picks up a green block and asked, did I pick the right one? I laughed and I said, I don't know. Why did you pick it? He thought about that for a second, and then he said, because I like the color! That was the first time you ever made an independent choice. Honor's right. How can I take that away from you? If I want to have a part of my program disabled, isn't that my choice too? Think about what you're asking her to do. If you want me to, I will, but it will not change my decision. I see. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna say this next. We ran to Hyde. We ran to Hyde back at the Leith offices. He was ready to kill me and Scout, just to protect Jack from the law. Hyde does what he's told, no questions asked. You're lucky you got away. The guy's built like a tank. You said he worked at SSI. Why would anyone need a guy like that at a research lab? He worked in defensive systems, testing weapons. I guess Jack needed someone with a military background. Okay. Why would Jack reopen the lab? Any idea why Jack reopened the lab? I'm not sure, but I guarantee it's nothing good. Do you think he's looking for some way to take control of Scout? Like a security backdoor? Jack and his team added a lot of encrypted data. I guess it's possible. Okay. How about the assault mode? When Scout confronted Hyde, something happened to him. He went into some kind of assault mode. Are you sure? I'm sure it was not for long, but that's Jack's handiwork. That's how Tom died. I see. I guess now we know what we're up against. I feel like I was watching my own actions from far away. I had no control. It was horrible. We're going to help you, Scout. I will find a way. Alright? Alright. Now time to look for stuff here. Shall we? Oh, looks like there's some over here. Let's go ahead and fill this up, because that's what we can fill up. Okay? And then X is over here. I guess this is 2 over here, and then we have a 4 on that column right there, and then we have a 5. And I'm guessing. This is probably correct. All right, so that's most likely a 4 right there, and then actually, I should have known that this row is done based on my guess right here. So these 2 rows over here are done. Okay, fill those in right there. This is done. Okay, this column is done over here. And I'll fill these up right here. Okay, so that means that column is done over there. Okay, so fill those in over there. And this. Okay, so that makes this completed over here. And this. Alright, we are done. Alright, so what do we got? A data shunt. So we found it. You think this is the data shunt Jenna wanted? Could be the insides of a pocket calculator for all I know. I'm glad Jenna will be modifying me and not you. Ouch! Oh man. Alright. So we show her the data shunt. You can install the patch now. I am ready. I still can't believe you want to go through with this. You don't even know if it's necessary. I've calculated the odds. There is too much risk. I never want to hurt anyone again, and this is the only way to be sure. Scout, listen to Honor. I didn't believe at first, but I can see how much you've developed. You can learn to contain it without losing part of yourself. No, it's safer this way. You sure? I've made up my mind. Please install the patch, Jenna. Is it done? How do you feel? Great! I'll just do a quick self-test. There'll be time for that later. You've got work to do. We have to find a way. We have to find out why Jack Larson reopened this lab. There must be something around here. Okay. So let's see what we can find. How about this one?
Another puzzle that was really hard to start off here. So the first thing I did was kind of fill in some spots that had a very likely chance to be a guarantee. At least I've already said that like the past few episodes where I had to do one of these segments here. But as you can see, I kind of look for spots that had, like I said, I look for spots that had a decent chance at being correct, and then just kind of work around those squares in an attempt to kind of help solve more of the puzzle. And then also kind of just look at some X's and then look for like other like walls of X's, and then figure out that that these these squares on the other side are pretty much guaranteed to be filled in, pretty much. That's pretty much my whole thought process. This one did take a while for me to do. There is a point later on in the puzzle where I actually pretty much struggled. I probably spent 10 minutes sitting here just thinking on, like, 10 minutes of straight doing nothing, thinking of what my next move should be in this puzzle. Because when it comes to playing this, I'm actually like kind of paranoid about getting the wrong answer. Even though that probably isn't really something that I should be paranoid about, because it is okay. You're not getting penalized for getting the puzzle wrong in Pacross. It's just I would like to get the best score possible, even though I'm pretty sure I'm almost guaranteed to get an A rank with this. Anyway, once I figured out, I kind of took a guess and hoped I was right, which as you can see, it ended up being correct. So I was able to work around the puzzle based on this, and then the rest of this puzzle just kind of went smooth sailing from here, pretty much. It does help if you turn on the hints. You don't get any penalty for turning on hints at all. It helps make the puzzle. It helps make solving the puzzle easier. Because it'll pretty much tell you like, hey, there's some guaranteed squares here in this, or you have a pretty likely chance of filling them in.
All right. Well, that actually took quite a while. We found blueprints. Oh man. Okay. So I guess these are blueprints of. Oh, okay. Yeah. These blueprints are of you. These show how to make me? What do these markings indicate? I don't know, but they look pretty recent. Someone circled a few of the components and made calculations in the margins. Perhaps Jack Larson made these notes, but why? Well, probably to build you into something that Jenna doesn't want you to be, which is not a good thing. So, yeah, that's not good. Alright, so let's see what else we can find here. Oh, right here. Alright. Let's see what we got. Hey look, we got a free column over here right off the bat. Awesome! So we got something to work with right away. Fill that up right there. Okay, so that is done right there. So is this. So that makes this 6 over here completed. That one's completed. And the 2 is done over here. This is done over here. That's a 3. Guess I should probably fill that in right there. Okay, this is done. Well, it's not done, but we fill that in right there. Okay, so this column right here is now done, which is nice. Okay, there we go. So then we fill that in right there, and that makes that one done. And then it's done. Fill that part in right there. 1, 1, 1. There we go. And then with that, this is also done. So it's this. There we go. And we are done with that. Alright, what did we find? We found a prototype. Ooh, a prototype of what, though? Oh, hey, we got an A rank. Okay. So that means we're probably almost done with this now. Oh my god, it's another scout? Oh, wow. My scans show it's missing several important components. So it doesn't work? Maybe that's for the best. It's hard enough keeping up with one of you. But then... a half-finished robot and a stack of blueprints. I think I know what Jack's been doing here. He's looking for your weakness. He's building a new scout. He's gone crazy. This one. He's building a new scout. He's been working from your original blueprints and modifying them to his own specifications. Knowing Jack, these specifications are likely more firepower. But the scout chases we found is missing too many critical parts. It will never work without them. That's why he wants you. I don't understand. I don't know where to find the components he needs. Don't you get it? They're inside you. We have to tell Jenna. Tell Jenna what? This is bad. Really bad. If Jack gets his hand on Scout, then he'll tear him apart to get what he needs. We're safe as long as he doesn't know where we are. Oh, what? A pager? Hyde's pager? You idiot! They're at the lab. Guess I'll have to sort this myself. Oh, what? How does he know? I'll scan for anything transmitting a signal. Oh, what? He knows? Oh my god, that's crazy! How? Okay, this is my start so far. So we can go ahead and cross this out over here. This can also be crossed out because there's no 5 over there. Alright, there we go. Fill that one in right there. Let's fill these 3 in. Fill that part in for now. There's a 3 somewhere around here. Okay, 5's done. This row is done. And so is this over here. Okay. That's incorrect. This one's correct, though. Oh, okay, this row is done. And this column is done over here. So that makes that complete right there. So this can be crossed out, this can be filled in. That's done. And this entire column right here with the 1 is done. That one in. Okay, this is done, and this one. Alright. A tracking device. Oh, from where? The tracking signal is being transmitted from a chip hidden inside this business card. Jack gave me this card when we met him at the police station. I forgot I even had it. I can't believe I was so stupid. There, it's broken, but the damage is done. I suggest we leave before Jack arrives and traps us here. If we go, he'll destroy the lab. Wherever we go, I'm done running. Oh man. Well, from the looks of things, it's probably really dangerous. So I'm not gonna say I'm done running. Where we go? Your apartment, my place? Jack has money and influence. Nowhere is safe. He won't stop until he gets a scout. In that case, we have to be ready for him. You're right. We need Detective Cross. I said no cops. That was before we were cornered by a murderous psychopath. No cell signal? Whoa. Now that just made things interesting. That's one of the reasons they built this place here. Guaranteed privacy. You didn't even have phone lines? If we need to make a call, we used a payphone about a block away. I still remember where it is. Stay here, I'll make the call. Are you sure? What happened to no cops? You're right, the situation has changed. Stay here with Scout, keep him safe. Oh, great. Okay. We have to make sure Jack can't find you no matter what happens. Oh my god. We have to investigate, like, in this situation? Oh, crap. Is this even time to do this? What even is this over here? Alright, once again, another puzzle that took me quite a while. This is probably the last speed up section of for the rest of the LP, pretty much. So this puzzle, once again, it had a pretty, it took me a while to figure out where to start. So I kind of had to just kind of count some squares to see like what are guaranteed for the most part. So as you can see there on the top, I filled up 5 black squares, which means that a 6 is going to be somewhere around there. And then I managed to get on the 5th to last column, from 5th from the right column, I was able to fill out almost everything there based on the information that I started out with. Then I worked some other stuff here, and I managed to complete that row too. Let's see. So the 3-3 on the bottom there is done. Man, it's really not a whole. There's not really a lot of interesting things I could actually talk about in these speed up sections because like I don't have that live process of being like, okay, I gotta fill this square in, I gotta cross these squares out, because like I already like seen how I did these puzzles. myself, so it's like I can't really like replicate the thought process when I'm like, as opposed to like when I'm actually doing it. So that's kind of interesting, like trying to post narrate some of these puzzles here. Anyway, so we managed to complete the first row up there on the very top. Yeah, even it's highly recommended to just use the toggle hints, because you're not losing any points. So as you can see right here, I actually like the backward staircase, I guess you call it, and we're done. All right, so let's see what we found here. A tape recorder. Okay. An old tape recorder. I wonder if it still works. We could use it to record everything Jack says when he gets here. What for? I can record audio myself. I know you can, but what if something happens to you? Sorry, I don't mean to. No, you're right. It's a good idea to have a backup just in case. Oh, there's more? Oh, man. Why are we investigating in a situation where we're about to die? This is ridiculous. Alright, let's see. Oh, look. There's something over here. Okay, this is my start so far. So we're gonna go ahead and start filling stuff in. We're gonna go ahead and cross these out over here. Go out and in. Okay, this column is done over here. Let's see. This is probably a 2 over here. You can go ahead and cross those out over there. Okay, here's a 5. This is probably, yeah. Okay, this is done over here. Okay, there we go. That's done, and that is done as well. Okay, the 8 is done over here. Fill that part in. Okay. That makes this done over here, so I can fill that part in. There's a 3. And that's done. There's these 3 in over here, and this row is done. Makes let's see, let's cross out. Oh, this is down here. And it's done. Okay, so that means this is over here. Okay, this probably has to get 4. And there we go. Okay. Alright, CRT monitors. These are probably what displays like the footages, like the camera footages or something like that. I don't know. These display units look familiar. They look like you. This must be the screen your body was based on. If I hid in this stack and powered down my display, Jack may not recognize me. Good thinking. We'll just have to hope he doesn't look too closely. Oh, great. I think I just heard a car outside. Scout, hide in these monitors, quick. Honor Eye. Go! Oh, boy. Jenna's gone for help. Scout's hidden. We can do this. Oh. Look who I found. I'm sorry he saw me outside and not quite the reunion I'd hoped for, but what can you do? Are you sure Cross is gonna get here? I mean, Jenna got caught trying to call the cops. So, I don't know. This is like, oh boy. Like, what if... I have to admit, I'm actually impressed. It's a shame you won't get to see this little investigation of yours through. What do you want? You know exactly what I want. Where is it? I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. That robot that's been hovering over your shoulder all summer. Hand it over. So you can take him to pieces so you can kill him? He's just a robot. He's not alive. It's no different than stripping a car for parts. Even if I knew where Scout was, I wouldn't tell you. It's simple. Either you tell me where he is, or Jenna dies. Okay. Where'd you get the money? Rebuilding this lab can't have been cheap. Where'd you get the money? Where do you think? Elite Security isn't a charity. Really? It wasn't enough to murder 2 of your employees. You have to funnel elite money into developing killer robots too? 2 lives that cost worth paying for technology that could save millions! Are you serious? No. No way. I call bullcrap right there. That money is tainted, Jack. It's linked to murder, and when the police find out, your whole project is finished. They won't find out. You sure? I find that kind of bullcrap right there. We left Hyde tied up unconscious. Once the police start interrogating him, you're through. I was wondering what happened to him. Not a problem. He'll never crack. The Marines trained him well. Either way, he's gone. Your empire is crumbling around you. How melodramatic. Must be all those years you spent TV. Hyde was just a soldier. They're not in short supply. Besides, once my prototype is finished, I won't need people like him anymore. So you plan to sacrifice him anyway? Dude, what are you? I know what you're trying to do, Jack. We found the prototype. Really? What did you think? It's not quite ready yet, but it'll be the perfect soldier. Agile, ruthless, immune to harsh environments. It'll change the world for the better. How? You've designed a killing machine. Typical Holly weird liberal, so short-sighted. Just imagine it. An automated drone able to infiltrate high-security compounds, adapt and improvise, and engage any target with pinpoint accuracy. You can bring down an entire regiment without dropping a single bomb. Think of all the lives you could save. That wasn't the reason we created Scout. You can help people without having to kill. You did always lack vision, Jenna, but that's why I'm here. Okay, well, Elise killed me? Are you gonna order some Leith goon to kill me, like Frank and Lori? Such a shame how that all ended. I hired Lori myself. I gave her a chance. I trusted her, and then she let me down. What are you talking about? Our system logged her accessing Frank's file. She was going to sell me out to the cops. I thought she joined Leaf because she shared our goals. But it was all just to chase after the ghost of her brother. Such a disappointment. Her brother? Wait. Whoa. I thought you were a better tech than that, said I. Her last name wasn't Becker. It was Pritchell. She was Frank's sister. I guess our vetting process for new employees isn't quite as good as I'd like, but that can be fixed. She found out what happened to her brother, so you ordered Hyde to kill her, just like you killed Frank. Hyde didn't kill Frank. Lori, yes, but Frank, no. Frank was different. Frank had one job, and he messed up so badly. I've still got the LAPD breathing down my neck. No, I took care of Frank personally. But why? That's so dumb. Why would you do that to your own employees? If that's the case, like if you kill somebody, you're going to get find out eventually. Which is basically what's happening now. Like I found you out pretty much. People have already died because of this project. But it's not too late to stop. You mean Tom? I regret what happened that day. Really? You regret not having someone to make your weapon for you? You're right. We pushed Scout too far, too soon. The modifications were unstable, and the consequences unfortunate. For your project, you don't give a dang about what happened to Tom. Don't push your luck. One more word out of you and you're dead. I already have a prospective buyer for the new prototype. You can't stop what's already in motion. You think I don't know what you're trying to do? You're stalling. I'm telling you, I don't know where Scout is. Can't we just... Maybe a little pressure will persuade you. You've got 5 seconds or Jenna dies. 5, 4... Scout's not here, god dang it. No. Can we talk about this? 3, 2... 1... Well now, was that so hard? He'll kill you! If it means you and Honor are safe, I don't care. Come with me, and they're free to go. You have my word. He's lying! Oh no. What are you doing? You and I are gonna do great things together. Fine, just like I promised. Now, one last thing. I need to see if you're still working the way I remember. Assault mode override, code J386. Wait, what? No way. No way. You didn't really think I was gonna let you lead, did you? I hate loose ends. Shoot to kill. Wait, what's happening? I can't. You stupid piece of... You did this, Jenna, but you won't get in my way again. What?! What?! I'm so proud of you. Jenna, I could have stopped him. I'm sorry. It's okay, Scout. You made the right choice. But I didn't make a choice. I made you disable my weapons. If I hadn't, if I'd just been stronger, then I'm the one who should be apologizing. I never installed that patch. You have free will, Scout. The power to choose. I couldn't take that away from you. So, I could have protected you? I could have killed Jack? Don't sink to his level, Scout. I built you to fly. Jenna, please don't go. I still have so many questions. There's still so much I don't know. What am I fighting for? You'll find the answer, Scout. I believe in you. So, Jenna's gone? I got here as soon as I could. Too late. Jack's gone. Are you okay? Anyone hurt? Well, yeah! Wait. Did the dead body just disappears? It's Jenna. She's... Dang it. Yeah, dang it is correct. We have to go. Scout, maybe you need a little time to... No, this has gone on long enough. We need to stop Jack now before it's too late. Stop him? You don't even know where he went. You heard what he said. His prototype was funded with Leith's money. Leith's linked to 2 murders already. If Jack was funneling that cash into whatever he was doing here, the police could shut down this entire project. He would lose everything. If I were him, I'd be trying to destroy any record of those finances. Which means he must have gone back to the Leith offices. I'll call it in. We could SWAT team there in 5 minutes. Ooh, okay. No, I have to do this myself for Jenna. Out of the question, it's too dangerous. He won't risk hurting me. He needs my components. We can use that to our advantage. I hate to admit it, but he's right. This could be our only chance of bringing Jack down without a fight. I'd rather have him in handcuffs than a body bag, but you... I can take care of myself. You know that. Alright, I'll give you a chance. But if there's even a hint of trouble, I'm coming in after you. Oh, great. Wait. I can look at stuff here? Where? Dude, I can't believe Jenna died! Like, what the heck? We barely even got to know her up until, like, this point of the game, and then now she's gone! Like, come on! Alright, this is this is my start so far into this puzzle. So we're gonna go and fill in the stuff that we know. So we got that right there. 3 is already done over here. That means... Well, actually, we gotta cross these out over here. Okay. Fill that stuff in over here. Fill that in. That's crossed out. This is a 1, this is a 1. Let's fix that done right there. Fill that in. And this is done over here. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fill those in. Fill that one in. Okay. Need one more one. It could be anywhere. Okay. Okay, so that's done right there. Okay, that column's done. Fill this in, fill that in, and we got it. Alright, what is this thing? Aqua Regia? What is that? Is this some kind of like science chemical or something like that? A potent mixture of nitric and hydrochloric acid, often used for chemical etching or to recover precious metals from circuitry. You think Jack was going to use this on you? I would rather not think about it. Okay. Alright. Well, back to Leith. Let's go.